Hi, today we're going to discuss the cable's bending radius and why it's important to use the correct one. Let's go. Simply put, the bending radius is the radius you bend a cable during layout or during connecting it to other cables. You can see here one relatively large radius and another one much smaller. Each cable has its own minimal bending radius. Using a smaller one could harm your entire electrical installation. The minimal bending radius is usually given in the technical specifications of any cable, particularly in the data sheet of the cable giving the physical characteristics. If you cannot find it there, you can simply assume that the minimal bending radius is between 5 and 10 times the outside diameter of the cable. For smaller diameters, you can use the lower range, and for larger ones, the upper range. But why such thing exists? The reason is that if you bend a cable too tight, you create a stress in the structure of that cable, both in the conductor and in the insulation. There are two main implications of the requirement for a minimal bending radius of a cable. The first one concerns laying out cables, and the second one regards making cable connections. Let's have now a closer look to each one. There are plenty of people that don't know about these requirements. I've seen people doing this, for example, and this is extremely wrong. It looks great, but the structure is damaged, and that could result in heavy damage in the entire electrical system. With time, any cable suffers wear and tear. With the additional tension that the short radius creates in the material, that time is reduced significantly and could cause fire and short circuit in the electrical system, and could lead to this. On the internet, you can find plenty of fancy ways of creating electrical connections. You can see these, for example. I saw this in a video with millions of views. Or this. It's important to note here that the connection by itself is perfect. The playing in the end, however, is quite wrong. You can see any sort of these too. Here, for certain, the bending radius is much smaller than the minimal one. Very, very wrong as well. Never forget about the minimal bending radius, guys. And always use this knowledge when assessing new and amazingly successful new ways of connecting wires and laying down cables in buildings. Results could be devastating. And that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.